In this video, let's look, is it powerful to control others, or is the true power lying in controlling ourselves? Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope everyone's doing fine. Welcome to today's discussion. So, what if I told you that true power isn't about controlling others but controlling ourselves? This is the most overlooked aspect in our personal environment. We tend to control others, and we have this belief that controlling others gives the actual power to one. But to be frank, controlling ourselves is the most difficult task as a human being. Controlling our emotions like anger, controlling our pain, controlling our sadness, controlling our hyper emotions. It's more challenging than controlling others. And it's also the most rewarding aspect of life. So when we try to control others, there's a lot of external uh, stimulus associated with it. Whereas controlling ourselves is much more easy because you don't want anyone's approval, you don't want anyone's opinions. It's left to us, and I can be in total control over myself. When it we attain control over ourselves, we would have achieved the true freedom in life. Join me as we explore how the ability to manage our own actions, emotions, decisions not only shapes our own lives but also influences and inspires those around us. Let's uncover why genuine power isn't found in dominating others but mastering ourselves. In this fast paced, interconnected world, the idea of power often gets misconstrued. It's not about ruling others or ruling oneself. Today, we are going to explore the profound concept where the true power originates from. Self control isn't about restraining our impulses, it's about our emotional intelligence and the mastery over our own reactions. So, in the last video, I spoke about how we have to respond and not react to other people. Reactivity is instant, where we are not in the right mind. We don't think before we react. But when we think and then when we react, that act is called as responding. So I truly believe that real power is not over dominating others or not having control over others on how they behave or how they react, but it's in our hands. So my logic is simple, or my intake on this matter is simple. I always believe that I can't control others. So it would be so great if people realize this, because I come across so many of them who think that they are this way because of others. But the simple truth is, we are not this way because of others. We behave this way or we are this way because we allow ourselves to do that. When we navigate our life challenges with composure and clarity, we exhibit true power. So I would like to give examples from my day to day life. So most of the time when I go to work, I have my colleagues who are also my friends. So most of the time I've observed that the conversation is about the manager. My manager is not behaving right with me. My manager is extremely harsh. My manager is extremely rude sometimes. My manager is not understanding. But I can't live my life blaming my manager, right? I mean, I have got a good manager. Fortunately, after a long time, after leaving multiple places, I have got a pretty good manager. What I would like to tell is we have to accept the fact that sometimes we don't get good people in our workplace. So, after struggling a lot during the initial phase, I'm in my initial phase, but what I'm telling is after my graduation, I faced a lot of uh, quite a lot of unpleasant situations, uh, which also allowed me to make certain mistakes which I shouldn't have done. I'll be talking about probably in some other videos. And what I've realized is I can't escape from these environments every single time, and I can't keep changing my work every single time or workplace every single time. So I've realized that I'm not going to give up myself, my peace, my emotional health because of someone else. I don't mind earning a little less, but I will never give the power to any other stranger to have negative influence on me. Let's say your manager is bad to you. Sit for some time, sit all by yourself and think what are the things that you can control and what are the things that you can't control. Right? And be very open. A lot of us fear to be open, a lot of us fear to take a stand for ourselves, but it's high time that we prioritize ourselves and our mental and emotional health rather than just focusing on our financial requirements. Even I do have a lot of commitments, and I understand how finance is very important in our life, but for me at least, it's never at the cost of my mental peace, never at the cost of how I want to lead my life. I don't want to allow someone to make me cry. I don't want to allow someone make me get angry. As long as I am doing right or justice towards my work, I would not care about anyone's opinion. I know it's a very idealistic suggestion that I'm giving, but again, practice. Lot of you will disagree with me. I know a lot of you will bombard on me. Obviously, now the videos are not reaching to a lot of people, but once it starts reaching, I know there's gonna be a lot of people bombarding on me. But this is who I am, and this is how I would like to live. I don't want to give the power to someone else to influence or have negative impact on me. I don't give this power to anyone, including my family members, my friends. There is a line that I draw. Beyond that, nobody can walk into. It's only I who have the power to keep myself happy. It's only I who have the power to destroy my mental and emotional peace. I stand by this. When we start controlling ourselves, we are not just doing good to ourselves, but we radiate positive uh, energy, we radiate positive vibration. So I would always want to be happy, I would always want to be calm. So when I'm at this state, and this is the highest state of vibration, so when I do that, I'm constantly giving out the positive aura, or I'm constantly spreading positive energy. Who knows, people around me can get influenced, people can have a better life because of that. Having control over yourself and not letting others control you can do a greater good to you, to people around you, and in general, the society. So, we all have this responsibility of making this world a better living place. We see a lot of wars going on, we see a lot of conflicts going on in and around us. I mean, I can't change the world. I've realized, and I've become much more wiser, much more intelligent to realize that I can't control the world. So when I was young, I had this dream of becoming a person who had the power to change the world. But as I, as I grew up, I realized that I can't change this world. The only thing I can change is myself. So when I change myself, it's gonna have a positive impact on my family members, good impact on my friends, on my social circle, and this carries forward. So they become, they become good, or they radiate good energy with their family members and their social circle, and little by little I can contribute towards the greater peace or greater harmony. This is what I believe. I tend to romanticize what I think, I tend to romanticize work, because otherwise I don't get the inspiration to do that. So true power lies in controlling yourself and not the other person. I can't control how others speak. I can't control how others behave with me. All I can do is have control over how I respond to it. Imagine the freedom that comes from being in control of our decisions, being in control of our emotions. It liberates us from external stimulus or external control, right? So let's say I have very strict parents, constantly complaining, constantly blaming. That's not going to do any good to us, right? Complaining, whining, all these are very low frequency vibrations. As the oldest daughter in the family, I understand parents a lot. I understand from what point of view or from where they're coming, because there's a lot of responsibility, right? Every time you feel crying, every time you feel like complaining, every time you feel frustrated, take a moment, take a deep breath to just calm down and think from their point of view. They may be wrong. I'm not saying parents are always right. I'm not saying adults are always right. But the way we communicate can bring in so much of positive change in our lives. My mom was extremely strict with me as I was growing up, but now she isn't. So when I was young, I never understood her. But today, as an adult, I understand whatever she did, whatever decision she made, every time she said no to whatever I asked, there was a reason behind it. As an adult, today I'm able to face rejections because my mom was strict enough, my mom was good enough to make me understand this. At that time, I felt like my mom doesn't love me. My mom never gives me what I want, what I ask for. Whereas other parents give so many things to their children. But today, I really understand that she gave me the biggest gift of my life. Today, I justify all the actions or all the decisions she made for me. I used to whine a lot about my parents. I never talked bad about them with others, but internally I was always having this thought that why are my parents so strict? But today I'm very, very, very proud of my parents and the decisions they made for me. They may not have given the extravagant life, they may not have given luxurious life, but I always believed I'm a blessed child. I got the most wonderful parents who gave me the freedom to be myself, the freedom to live my life the way I want at the right time. They rejected, they were very strict during a phase of my life, and post that, they gave me all the freedom to be who I am and behave how I want and take decisions in my life on my own. They do give out their opinions, they do give out their advices, but at the end of the day, they know that I will not listen to anyone other than myself. I give a lot of importance to myself, my emotional well being, and I just do what makes me feel good and what makes me feel right. Self control is not about short term gains. It's about building, like, self control helps you to build a foundation for a everlasting success and contentment. Always tell to yourself, I'm in control of my speech, I'm in control of my thoughts, I'm in control of my feelings, I'm in control of my behavior. Nobody has the power to have control or influence over my emotions, over my behavior, and the way I speak. I have a lot of problem when it comes to expressing myself. I'm an individual who just talks out whatever I feel or whatever I think. I don't have I used to not have this filter, and this brought in a lot of damage with lot of my relationships. People constantly told me that I was being rude, but what I used to feel was I was being sincere. Their actions made me feel this, and this is what I'm gonna say to them. This is what I felt, which was absolutely wrong. I was always in this uh, mindset that I spoke harsh because of your actions. I behaved rude because of your actions. I was never responsible over my actions. And over a point of time, I realized that I was being extremely wrong. I started taking some time for myself, realizing that how others behave is not in my hands. How I react or how I respond is in my hands. And that's when a lot of things started changing. Again, I have not reached that mastery, or I've not gained that knowledge on, or the habit of how not to get completely influenced from others' action. But I can assure you that every time you say that you are in control of yourself, a lot of things can be changed for good. I've been practicing with a lot of people. I've been practicing with my colleagues not to get irritated with their from their actions. I've been practicing this with my family members, not to get influenced on how their mood is or how they behave. I'm practicing this with my close friends, and I have started seeing a lot of changes within myself. I can assure you that I am in a much more peaceful state than how I used to be.
Alright, I forgot to end the video. As usual, messing up is my habit. So, thank you for joining me in this exploration of real power. If you found this discussion intriguing, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, remember true power comes from mastering oneself, not controlling others. This is Sinchana signing off.